Mike Bohn here with Arnold Allen, who headlines Saturday's UFC Vegas 117 against Melquizael Costa. Arnold, what's up, man? How are you?
I'm good, man. Good. How you doing?
Pretty good, man. Can't complain. I was just talking to the great George St. Pierre earlier
Oh
today,
yeah.
which is always a pleasure. Were you up at TriStar for this camp?
No, I wasn't. I wasn't, unfortunately. But yeah, back home at BKK Fighters, my original team, my gym. So yeah, not for any reason, but just well, a few reasons, just visa stuff and travel time, tax, those things. Yeah.
Was that just for this camp, or did you do that the last one too? I can't recall.
No, so the last camp I was out there, and but then I was supposed to fight December, and then it got pushed back, so I ended up spending extra time there, and there's only a limited amount of time a year I can go out without sort of getting punished. So
Right. Yeah.
yeah,
That's always fun to deal with.
yeah.
How was it back there though? Like, does bringing out, training with that initial team to bring out something, like your youthful mindset or take you back to a different place in your career, anything like that?
Yeah, you know what? It's great because I have a team full of the team was kind of in a transitional period. We used to have a lot of pro fighters before, and all the guys are kind of like those guys were a bit older than me. They're now sort of retired. Then we were lacking some talent for a little while, but now there's a whole load of like young 20-year-olds, 23-year-olds that are coming through, and they're killers, man. Like these guys are, they're trying to take everything I'm working for, so they want everything I've got. So yeah, it's good. It's been tough, but there's a whole new crop of guys coming through, and yeah, it's a pleasure to be part of it.
Yeah, and I know you'd still like train back there, between TriStar camps and stuff, but like from the
Yeah.
time you left and maybe did more of your training there, like have you seen the UK scene like vastly different? Like is it a different world from when you got into it and maybe had to seek gyms elsewhere?
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely is. Things are growing. You know, even my own team, like used to have to travel around to get good training, but yeah, I don't have to travel so much anymore. All the boys are there. And just my manager, Jack Mason, who runs the gym and he runs shows locally and everything. Everything is always professional, so everything runs to the highest standard. All these young guys have got like nutritionist, strength conditioning coach, massage therapist, and when I was a young kid, I was just training like crazy and getting it where I could.
Yeah, it's funny how you call you the young kid, but you're still a pretty young kid in like the overall
Yeah,
scheme. But you just had such an early start
yeah,
that that's kind of the way it goes.
yeah.
But I know, like you wanted the fight in January to go your way, but I feel like you coming back this soon is almost like a win in the grand scheme of the career. Like, did this feel different having that momentum, being able to carry things right off the January fight into this?
Yeah, 100%. Like coming out of that long layoff and getting back, I was so happy to be back finally. There was moments when I was injured, I kind of questioned whether I'd be able to come back because it just kept being like I'd get one step forward and then it'd be two steps back, and it was like, ah, maybe this card, and then just whatever it was would flare up, and this injury would play up, and it'd be another, 2 months, 1 month, and I just, I felt like that was going to be me, and I was kept feeling like maybe stupidly, but like kept getting anxious, being like, I'm done, like this is it. But nah, I'm back. I'm here to stay. So yeah, very excited to be able to turn around quick and get straight into camp as well from the last fight. I had a week off and was straight back into sparring. Like I say, with these young killers trying to take my head off. So
In hindsight, are you proud of yourself that you like didn't give in to those thoughts and maybe that negativity that was kind of clouding you at one point?
uh yeah, in a way, because it was like a day-to-day battle, maybe stupidly to someone on the outside, be like, oh, that injury's nothing, like you're fine. But I don't know, you never know when you're in it if it's going to end, right? Like you always feel like this injury is never going to end, you're never going to be over it. But yeah, I'm glad we got through it and kept working, kept my head, we're good.
Yeah, for sure. And I know you would never make like excuses for the loss or anything like that, but given the time off, given all that, like when you look back at that fight, do you feel like that was not the optimal version of you who fought and just like you can't perform at your best when you're coming off all those circumstances?
Yeah, yeah, like no excuses. I mean, zero excuses. I feel like I won, right? So in
Right.
my head, I'm like, I feel like I did enough, but it was close. It was super close. Like it wasn't like a robbery or anything. I'm not saying like that, but
Mhm.
yeah. So I have zero excuses. I feel like I did the job, but yeah, just to go back, learn from it, and maybe humble myself and go, all right, you didn't win. You have to do a bit more. So that is what it
Yeah.
is.
How are you taking that, I guess, into this fight where, we kind of see how it goes? The careers flip quickly, right? Like at one point you're the guy
Yeah.
fighting your first main event and fighting someone who's established, and now Melky's getting that chance. Like what kind of mindset, given what you've learned being, shoe on the other foot, are you bringing into this fight?
Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean exactly. It's a weird one, but nah, I guess the typical stereotypical thing would be to be like, oh, I'm the experienced guy, I've done this before, he's coming up. But you know, we're all learning on the job. He's getting better as he goes, and me too. I'm not done improving yet, There's plenty more of me I could show than I have, I feel like I've done 90%, 80% at best. So I'm gonna go out there and do more, show 100% and a whole new version of myself.
Is there a fight you recall where you think you were closest to that 100%?
I felt fantastic in the Gilbert Melendez fight. I don't know why. That was a fight that always comes up to me that just everything happened the way I wanted it to. And, maybe it was him being older and well, I don't know, he failed a drug test after that fight, so maybe he was in the juice too. So yeah. Yeah.
That's funny. Did you like this fight when they brought him to you though? Like 7 fight winning streak in the division, a lot of finishes. He seems like an aggressive guy who's gonna, come at you. Is this the type of fight you like?
Yeah, absolutely. I kind of will it whoever, you know what I mean? They throw a name at me as long as I can make the weight and I'm healthy. I've only ever turned fights down when I can't make the weight or I'm not healthy. I've had 2 week opportunities to fight guys. Like when I was injured, I'm like, no, I'm not fighting the guy with one arm in 2 weeks. Yeah. But if I can do a camp and I can make the weight, then yeah, we're good.
Hmm. Yeah. I mean, I know we just kind of said it's like stereotypical and stuff to say the experience and the 5 rounds, all those things that you've done. But like, when you look at this guy, do you see that as part of your path to victory, is using those advantages and things? Or do you think this is going to be like, you guys are just going to both come at each other and whoever finds the other guy first is probably going to win it?
Yeah, with a bit of that, because I think that's why they made the match, all right, with two southpaws, aggressive southpaws. He's a finisher. I throw a lot of hands. Both of us don't really wrestle. I think he probably wrestles more than me. Um, yeah, I've seen him wrestle in his fights a bit more like trips and grappling. But yeah, two good strikers, aggressive strikers. He's a finisher. I try and punch people. Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Yeah, do you think about like what this means in terms of where it puts you in the division and stuff like that, or are you more so like, I just need to get a win and it'll likely lead to something good, as you usually seem to get really great opportunities?
Yeah, I think the way now, the number next to your name doesn't really matter for those opportunities. It's more there must be a number somewhere else where it's like your entertainment factor. You know what I mean? Like it isn't your ranking. It's like right, he's a 9 out of 10 for how entertaining he is. And that's the opportunity you get. So I think that's more important than the ranking number for the opportunities anyway. So I plan to go out and put a good fight on and entertain the fans and get a win, put myself back towards that title shot. Because for one, I think being entertaining will do more than just winning, right?
Yeah, of course. No, that seems to be the way the game is trending. Do you think about like, hey, it's May and I have 2 fights in, like maybe this is the year where I fight 3 or maybe even 4 times?
Yeah, no, absolutely, like absolutely. Um, I would definitely like a bit more of a notice though, because I thought I was going to end up fighting July, so I got a little bit heavy, but we're good now. But yeah, maybe after this fight, I'll keep my weight down a little bit.
Yeah, fair play. You mentioned the very close fight with John Silva. You had an extremely close fight with Movsar as well. I know you probably feel you won both those. It seems like both those guys are kind of at the forefront of the title conversation. Who do you think, having been in there with both of them, would like give Volk the better fight? Like, who has the better chance of beating him?
Mosval. Yeah, Mosval. I
Yeah.
think Mosval. Volk's too dynamic, too smart for Silva. Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. Is that the fight you think should be made for the division, Movsar versus Volk? I know Volk's beating the drum, being like, we need to give it to the rightful guy.
Yeah, you got to give it to Mosval. I know like his track record doesn't look good. He's had a lot of pullouts, a lot of cancelled fights, but it is a sport, and I think for the integrity of the sport, the guy has done the job and beat the guys. And however I feel, he beat me. However Aljamain feels, he beat him. However Diego Lopez feels, he got the win. So it is what it is.
Yeah, no, that's the admirable thing. All right, Arnold, I know we're short on time here. I guess, are you bold enough to give a prediction? How do you kind of envision this most going in your mind when you think about it?
Yeah, I think you're gonna see a career best performance from me. I'm gonna come out and expect to impress.
100%, as you said.
That's
Awesome,
it.
Arnold. Appreciate you, man. This is always great to catch up, and congrats on another main event.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.